Hey guys, my name's Mannequin and welcome back to Remixing from Scratch. Okay, we gotta try to plow through this as fast as possible because I am literally right up on the deadline. It's gonna be fun. I'm trying to get through this like the last day that it's available. Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I'm going to actually shift our project over to give us room for an intro. In order to do that, I have to make sure that all the automation will move. So what I'm checking right now is that wherever there's automation on one of these sums, there's something over top of it, like just a region over top of it, so it will move correctly. Because if I don't check that, then sometimes these track stacks, like you see here, these ones are actually set up fine, so it should be okay. But if I didn't have these regions on, when I try to move the entire project, what will happen is everything won't move. We'll leave the automation behind, but we'll move all the files and all the other regions inside of it. So it looks like there's a region over all of these sections. Yep. So I'm just gonna grab all of this here. Grab you and move you over to here. That should give us enough room for an intro. We're going to move all the automation data, and hopefully that didn't screw things up. Because sometimes when you're lucky, automation can get really, really messed up just by doing that simple move there. One of the biggest issues is that lines that have a curve will not move. Okay, so this one does have a curve, and it did move, so that's a good thing. That's kind of showing that probably the other places that have curves are moving. Okay, they did move as well. Okay, so we shouldn't have any problems this time, and we'll deal with getting the intro in later. But for now, I want to kind of go through and wrap up our transitions here. Mainly, the big one that we have to take care of is this one. And it's just kind of dead space. Then it goes into the... So, what are we going to do here? I think I don't have a white noise. So I'm just going to add a white noise synthesizer really quick. So what we'll do is we'll do software instrument and then noise sweep, sweet. And then we'll take this and switch it to lovely ES2. And then we'll go to tutorial settings. Analog saw initialize. There we go. And then we'll go to close this oscillator, open up this one, move this down to here, and then set it to noise. And then we could actually go through and start keying stuff in. But first I want to do one more thing, and that is I'm going to set the blend all the way to this filter, and I'm going to set this filter to band pass. And that should actually be sufficient. I might... Yeah, okay, so we're going to do a couple other things here. We're going to drop this into unison as well, set it to mono, just because we're not going to need to do anything other than that. Turn down the volume a whole ton, because otherwise we're going to blow our eardrums out. And that should be dandy. I don't think there's anything else I need to do. Okay, so we could actually go create a MIDI region now and sweep this here. Just drop a note on C here and let it run for all eternity. And we're just going to change the length to what? 16. That should be long enough, hopefully. Except for change that to a 0 as well. So that should last the entire area here. If I could zoom in, yeah, looks like it. And I might be actually way too long. It is way too long. Wow. Okay, so we only need it to be like 4, not 16. So we'll go in, select this note again, and drop that down to 4. Sweet. Okay, now it should be the right length. Yeah. Okay, so now we can go in here. I don't know why it fades out like that. What did I mess up? Okay, that was probably just a problem. I didn't have it up loud enough. Okay, if that's the case, actually, we're going to do this kind of like I did in this one other video I did. I'm going to make a combination between a low pass and a and this. So what I'll do here is I'll take the The modulation wheel, we'll do this. Oh, that's right. The cutoff here. Part of that. That's part of the problem too. Okay, so that's kind of good, and I think I'd just do this anyway. We're gonna have that like that, and then we're just gonna do this. Actually want it mostly this way. Should be good. And then we're gonna have the cutoffs, cutoff 1 and 2, is gonna be, yeah, cutoff 1 and 2 are gonna be done by the modulation wheel. There we go. So that means when we move the modulation wheel in this little section here, we could actually just change the filter here. Where's modulation? Modulation, there we go. Sweet. Key in some automation here, if I can. Actually, I want to start it up here and then kind of dive down first. And then we'll see where to go from there. Okay. Okay. And then kind of what I want to do here is actually duplicate this and do the exact same opposite, not the exact same opposite. That's kind of weird sounding. Do the exact opposite, and then I'll kind of go like this, like this. Ho. And then I could probably get, I think I'll side chain it as well, so we could kind of get the ghost, run it this entire time, and that should be dandy. So we could go like this. Okay, actually, you know what? Since that affects the synthesizer as well, I might just do this way. And just add a tremolo on top of these. That way, that'll actually be kind of easier. So we'll go modulation, tremolo, stereo. Sweet. Make it in phase. Swap the symmetry like so. Pull up this and copy it over. Sweet. I need to change the depth though. Which one am I on? Delete this one and copy this one over. Sweet. How's that sound? Okay, now we can change a couple things here. First of all, you'll notice that the filter kind of stays really high for the first beat almost. So I'm just going to bring it down a little bit so it'll sound more like a... So that's a bit more natural sounding. So that's 116. We'll do the same for this one. About the same. Doesn't have to be exactly the same. 116. Sweet, that was easy. Okay, and actually I could do something like this too. This one thing that we tried to use but we didn't end up using. Try that. Do that. Okay, mute this one because we don't want that one to show up. And we're gonna try. Actually, we want to mute this one too because we don't like that. Mute, and then. Okay, now we're gonna add a crash as well for this part. I think this is our crash. So we should be able to just drop this right here, I believe. Don't copy. And I need to make sure that's on. There we go. Whoops, that is not what I wanted. There we go. I am holding Alt to duplicate a point, by the way. So we're going to turn off the reverb here, so you can get us going. Nah, I don't like it. Okay, so I did realize also that our crash is really thin, just because how I designed it to be earlier. So I'm deleting that crash. Don't erase for all I care. And then I'm going to go find a new crash. Let's see, progressive trance samples. Nope. My samples, and then we'll go to we'll just go to the EDM ones because they're easy crashes. Okay. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. We'll go with this one. Okay. And we'll bring this up to the other crashes that we have here. And then we gotta turn down the gain so we don't kill our ears. Negative. We said 24, I think, for most of them. Okay. There we go. Sample delay, mono to stereo. We'll just delay the right side, or left side actually. Then we can EQ this. Cut the low end. And see if I can get a little bit of high end boost. Come on. There we go. That's thinner and sharper. I'm just gonna add some delay to the crash. Turn it up a bit more. Now we're going to need to do with these white noise sweeps is we're going to put them in one stack. Create track stack, summing stack, yep. And we're going to name this noise. And we're going to EQ the mids out of this. Because it makes it sound a lot nicer when you EQ a lot of the mids out. Thins it out, makes it sound more like noise. And then we'll take one of these, maybe? See if we can do this without making it sound too big. Okay, that's our heavier one, so we're gonna do this one because this one's lighter. Now, what's this dance effects? Oh, it's that one, okay. And then I think I'll take the riser that we have right here as well and copy that here. 1 2 3 4 1 2 3 4 5. Copy automation data. Okay, so that hangs out, and that's because I placed it in the wrong spot. So we got to move this so it's right there. And then we'll copy the automation data. And then I kind of want to make this noise sweep. And then we'll copy the crash again right here. Probably don't need the delay on there. Try to use reverse vocals again. Okay. Let's listen to these. Where was the... Okay, so we'll kind of have these as an effect, not as a lead-in for the vocals. Put some reverb on it. Turn up the length so it hangs out a bit more. Nope, still don't like it. So what I'm gonna do instead is go into loops here, boomer, and then I'm gonna do this. Ouch. Bingo. So grab this one, stick it here, pop it open, file, functions. Oh yeah, I hate it when this happens. So the thing about Apple loops is you can't reverse them. So you have to actually save them as a new file. And so save a copy as, and then we could actually change the file format to wave, and then otherwise leave everything the same. So we'll just do save that, whoop-de-doo. And then I could pull it up in our samples because I don't think this is that sample. I don't think it switches it out. So what I could do is get this out of the way, delete that there, pull up our project samples. Once again, scroll down to the bottom and then drop this in here. And then I can pull this up again, functions, reverse. Sweet. Now I can go like this. Whoop, wait, almost caught me. Gain 20. It's like I just got like this image in my head of these little kids yelling at the computer screen. No, no, Armando, turn down the gain. Oh yeah, it's pretty painful. So we're gonna get rid of this guy. And we'll copy this downlifter here as well. Actually, you know what? We'll take this. I got an idea. So where was the one that we had in here? Project files, the calf. No, it was at the bottom here. Here we go. And I could grab this one, drag it down, drop it here. This is actually the one we are about to use. And we couldn't reverse it. So we'll use the unreversed one right here. So it's kind of like a lead in and then it hits. So we'll do -20 and see how this doesn't work. Get rid of this one and see how this sounds. Okay, for some reason it sounds like, oh, there is a gap there. That's why. So the reason we're kind of getting that weird sound is because there's a gap here. So it doesn't end quite right. So now I can actually extend it a little bit longer and then fade it out right there. And we can actually turn this one down a bit. And then that should be dandy. Turn these down. Mute that, see what happens. I think I like that better. And then what we'll take for this one is we'll sidechain. We'll do like a light sidechain on this one using the modulation tremolo so that we could, so that one's a little bit smoother and it doesn't exactly sound like a sidechain. And then we're going to just turn down the depth quite a bit so that it's only affecting a little bit. I want ice cream! Okay, that sounded pretty good. Listen one more time. Okay, I think I need some sort of something in the high end. I don't know, maybe I could do this again. Go up here to my white noise and do another sweep down. There we go. And then I need to start taking these and using them. Our noise sweep sounds so thin though. It's not because I EQ'd it either, because normally they have a lot more resonance. So let's see if I can figure out what the issue is. Oh, I see. I have two different synthesizers. The second ES2 has a lot more resonance. So if I copy and paste that there, there we go. This one, they should sound a lot better. So what I'm going to need to do with this one though is take the automation and fade it out when this other one starts to get present, because the resonance kind of crosses and it sounds weird. So probably actually about there is where it needs to be done. There we go. Okay. So now I'm going to go back to the beginning of the project. We're going to listen to where we need a noise sweep, and then we'll just drop one in there. Actually, I'm going to get sidechain noise sweeps for there. So I'm going to duplicate this one here just because, and we're going to actually do some processing to this one. So did that start? Started here, so I need to make the noise sweep go here. And then what we're going to do with this one is take the tremolo, turn the smoothing to there, so it's not very smooth. Make the symmetry 50%, so it's split evenly. And then we're going to make the, I believe we need to make the 16ths. Now we need to make the release on this one a bit longer, so it kind of like hangs out, and pull this up and check. Okay, so that should leave it open. Okay, so we could actually get this and bring it back down probably using this same key thing. And then we'll want to put a compressor on here to do the side chaining. Where's my good sidechain compressor that I have? Somewhere around here. I think it was on my pad, the one that's marked as, there we go. Copy, paste, and then we should have a good sidechain compression on there. Then we'll reduce the compression considerably. Could have put reverb on it too. And turn down the volume. Sweet. Because we want this one to be in the background. Not that much in the background. Put this before the reverb. No, not that way. There we go. Excuse me. Turn off the tremolo on this one. I don't know if I'm liking the tremolo. Unfortunately, something copyright. And I bank on it being everything. Copy, paste, and then we'll get rid of the tremolo. Get rid of the tremolo. There we go. We're gonna curve this as well, so I could get a little bit nicer curves by way of the white noise sweep automation curve tool, and then we're gonna pull that up, and I'll give this kind of sound. I'm surprised this has so little low end. Usually has a lot more. I don't think I cut low end in this. No, I didn't cut the low end. I just kind of cut the mids. Kind of right there. There we go. You know what? I think I'm going to start using the samples that I have for noise sweeps because some of this stuff isn't working too well. Okay, let's listen to this. Okay, maybe that'll be a bit better. Yeah, I'm just gonna use the white noise sweeps that I have because these are sounding really, really dull and weird. So we're gonna go to my samples, white noise sound effects, and try to listen to some of these. Oh, that's drop noise. I get it for like running underneath a drop. Actually, I think I kind of like that one. I don't know if it'll be timed right. Actually, I think it'll be timed very wrong. But it's worth a shot. So we'll drop that in there. And it's almost right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. And it's supposed to end there, I'm sure. So I could probably snap it into there. Might work. Let's turn down the gain. -20. Sweet. And then we'll zoom out so we can see everything here and place it in a spot that kind of needs it. So we're going to mute all those for now. And we're going to drop this one right here. Nope, that doesn't open up anywhere near enough. Try one of these. Okay, then I gotta time it. And I need the sweep. be right there. So I'll put that about there. Turn down the gain as usual. Gain -20. And see how that doesn't work. Thins out too much. We'll try this one. I'll just time it. I'll redo the timing to get it to work, if I can. Is that right? Looks right. So I might be able to use that actually. So 9. That's one spot, I think. No, that's where the track starts. Okay, so I need to put it here, and then hopefully that should work. Okay, now I can take the one up here. Unmute the one that goes down. I said unmute, not mute. That's good. And then I could get a, where's my crash? I added a crash. Where's the other crash? Crash, here we go. And I could actually drag this right here, and that'll kind of help smooth things through. Nope, that didn't help. Okay, so we're gonna edit these a little bit to get them to sound smoother together. So we're gonna take this one here, pop open flex time, and extend it so it's deeper. That should be close enough. And then I want to take both of these. What's the gain at? Gain's different, so I'm going to take this one, turn it up to about 20. We'll go like this.
So tell me you're in this. I wanna feel your kiss. Want you to show me. I wanna feel your kiss. Want you to show me everything, how it could be. And baby, you need this kiss. Want you to
Yeah, I need a higher crash. This one's not going to cut it, so I should probably just get the other crash that we had, and then I'll try pitching that one if need to. Or I could just turn down the volume of it, because I think that was the biggest problem with the other crash that we were having. So this is it. Then we copy that here, take the volume, gain negative 28. See how that works.
I wanna feel your kiss. Want you to show me everything, how it could be. And baby, you need this. I wanna feel your kiss. Want you to show me everything.
Okay, so this one kind of like, this crash almost sounds like it's fading in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to figure out how to remedy that. I think what I could do is I could actually get, I'm going to get Camel Crusher on this. And because distorted snares actually sound okay, and then this compressor is really good for making things punch.
I wanna feel your kiss. Want you to show me everything, how it could be. And baby, you need.
And then we got to make sure that the crash over here still sounds okay. So it's a little too loud, which means we could actually just turn down. Now we'll just turn down the gain on the whole thing. So we'll go make this one negative 26. That's probably not enough. Negative 28. Try that. That's good. Okay, so now I need to listen from the beginning really quick. And I'm actually going to close my eyes. I'm not going to be watching the screen like I usually do, because I need to listen to hear if this like runs well as a song, not well as a Logic project. So give me a second here while I listen to this and kind of see where we still need transitions and what we're having problems with.
Don't be shy, baby. If you wanna be with me, so tell me you're in this. I wanna feel your kiss. Want you to show me everything, how it could be. And baby, you need this. I wanna feel your lips. Can you feel it? Do you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me. Don't be shy, baby. If you wanna be with me, so tell me you're in this. I wanna feel your kiss. Want you to show me everything, how it is. I wanna feel your kiss. Want you to show me everything, how it could be. And baby, you need this.
Okay, so I think part of the problem is the tail of this crash is overlapping and causing problems. Actually, we'll copy that there for the impact of the next crash. So we'll kind of just go like this and see how this sounds.
Baby, if you wanna be with me, so tell me you're in this. I wanna feel your kiss.
Okay, that didn't sound good because it cut out too fast. So now I gotta go to here, change that to like right there. And something's kind of making me feel like this crash is delayed a little bit. So it's like you scoot back or something like that. I don't know. Let's try to listen here.
If you wanna be with me, so tell me you're in this. I wanna feel your kiss. Want you to show me everything, how it could
Okay, now this one just needs to be turned up a little.
be. Want you to show me.
Try to snap it back into where it was. See if I can do that. Yeah, it's not gonna let me. So what am I gonna do is I gotta pull up this in the events. Yeah, click, and then set this to the right spot. 25 1 1 1. There we go.
Want you to show me.
And then at this point, I kind of want that one really thin crash that we had. That's kind of piercingly sharp if we turn it up. Don't copy because it's already there. Okay. For some reason, none of these crashes sound punchy. And I don't think it's because they're faded in. I don't know what it is. Oh well. I think it sounds sharp enough now.
You with me, so tell me you're in this. I wanna feel your kiss. Want you to show me everything, how it could be. Baby, you need this. I wanna feel your kiss. I wanna feel your kiss. Want you to show me everything, how it could be. Baby, you need this.
And then we'll just listen to the rest of the project really quick.
Can you feel it? Do you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me. Ooh, 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 yeah. Can you feel me? Did you know that your eyes hit me like a baby, you blow me. Ooh, 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 yeah. Can you feel me? Did you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me. Ooh, ooh, you blow me. Ooh, ooh, yeah. Can you feel me? Did you know that your
That
eyes
sounds
hit me
terrible.
like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me. Ooh, you blow me. Ooh, ooh, yeah. Can you feel me? Did you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me. Ooh, baby, you blow me. Ooh, ooh, yeah. Can you feel me? Did you know that your eyes
That sounds okay.
hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me. Like what you do
That's perfect.
I like what you do. 'Cause I can see through it if it ain't real. And you're right here, I can feel you. I'll say it how it is. It's just you and me right here. So whisper in my ear. Can you feel it? Do you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me away, away, oh yeah. Can you feel me? Did you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me away, away, away. Can you feel me? Can you feel it? Do you know that your eyes hit me like a hurricane? 'Cause baby, you blow me away, away, oh yeah. Can you feel it? Do you know?
Okay, we're gonna have to cut it there. So pretty much all we have left is the intro, the outro, and these couple of things here, which I'm not gonna do in this episode just because I'm already run pretty much an hour. Other than that, I think we just need to fix the mix down and just make sure everything's tight and in the right spot, and then master it, and we should be good. So yeah, it's looking like this is probably gonna wrap up in time. I'm hoping so, but I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.